Hey everyone, welcome to my channel on this winter morning. Well, I'm out here today with the Swell Pro Splashdrone 4, and the reason I have it out today is because I have some batteries that I have to use up. So a few days ago, one of my friends got his RC plane stuck in a tree over there. You can see some footage of it here. And I was going to come out the next day with the Swell Pro to put a hook on it and pull it out of the tree. The great thing about the Swell Pro Splashdrone is that it has a catch and release system on it. Well, at least mine does. It's used for fishing. It's also used for carrying payloads. But if you put a hook on it and go to retrieve a drone and say you get caught, the cable gets caught in the trees, well, you can release it so that the drone is not stuck. Come back, put another hook on, go back and try again. That's the great thing with this baby. Also, the other great things about this is it's an all-season drone. You can fly it out in the snow. Here's the controller. It can sit in the snow. I guess I need that to fly. But everything is waterproof. It's even corrosion proof for salt water. So if you land in the ocean, it's corrosion proof for salt water. Has adjustable antennas for flying in the water or flying up in the air. Flying all season long. It can fly in level 7 winds. It's got a 4K camera on it that shoots at 30 frames per second. A 3-axis gimbal, even has electronic image stabilization. It can take photos at 12 megapixel. So all in all, it's pretty darn good. It doesn't have obstacle avoidance, so don't buy it for that. As a matter of fact, what I find funny a lot of times is some newbies to drones will buy this and then they're very disappointed because they think it's a DJI drone. It's not. Don't buy this unless you have a specific purpose. And that purpose should be something like flying all season, in the winter, in the rain, or anything like that. It's perfectly fine for that. Or you want to fly it because you own a boat, you want to fly it and land in water, your lake, your rivers, the oceans, take off from that area, perfectly fine for that. It's all set up for that. Or you want to carry a payload. It can carry quite a lot of weight. It does have the payload system, if you get it with the payload system. Mine came with the payload system back in the day when I got this. I've had it for a few years now. So I've taken this out on the water, in a snowstorm. I've had payloads on it, all sorts of things. It's really good. One of the great things that I just realized that I found out is the batteries. So a lot of times if you're in the drone hobby and say you bought a beginner drone, beginner drones are called beginner drones because everything comes in a box and it means you need no experience, knowledge, how everything works. You take it out, hook up your phone, go fly. So this is considered a beginner drone. Anybody watching this right now, never flown a drone before, you could fly this. They're all beginner drones. Beginner drones all come with smart batteries because they don't want the user to have to learn how to use a battery charger and figure out milliamp hours, the amps or whatever you're putting in, the voltage, everything else, because you might burn down your house if you're a total noob. So they make smart batteries. But the problem with smart batteries is they put a little circuit in them, and that circuit relies on the power of the battery. So as the battery is not used for months on end, the battery voltage drops, and then the circuit no longer works, and you have a brick, a big brick. It doesn't do anything. So when I took this out, last time I flew it was maybe 7 months ago. When I took the batteries out, they're all bricks. There's no power. I can push the button all I want. Nothing happens. But guess what? I'll come close to the camera so you can see it over here. But these batteries, smart batteries, are really smart because right over here, you see this little black thing? That's a USB port. So when your battery is totally dead because the voltage, you haven't used it like in 8 months, what you do is you plug in a USB cable there to any USB source, leave it in there for about 5 minutes. It puts enough power in here so that when you press the button, it now can read what the voltage is, and when you put it on a charger, it now charges up. That is sweet. I wish every company did that. Thankfully, Swell Pro did it because then you never have to worry about bricked batteries. Way back here, because I'm going to start up the motors on there, and I'll take it up in the air. I'll put the record on video now. I'm going to put it on at 4K 30, pull the joysticks down and in, and it should arm. There we go, and let's take it straight up. I haven't flown this for a while, so I don't know if it needs a compass calibration. Let's see, is it going to toilet bowl on me? So far it seems pretty good. No issues there. There we go, it looks awesome up in the air. Bring it over to that camera over there. Blows a lot of snow, so it's going to put a lot of snow on my lens. All right, let me show you the camera on here because everybody probably wants to see how good it is, so I'll take it away up. Now you have 2 dials on here, one to turn the camera left to right and one up and down. So I want the up and down one, if I can find that. No, that's left and right. Of course I get it wrong. There we go. Let me just see this. There we go. There's up and down. So what you're seeing right now as I'm flying, this is the 3-axis gimbal. I don't have image stabilization on. I don't believe anyways. So let me just go around really quick like this. I'll do a circle and we'll see if we see a difference. Okay, coming back, looking at me again. So now I have to go into my options settings here, go over to the camera, right here, EIS, where it says off, I turn it on. And now I have 3-axis gimbal plus EIS. It's gonna zoom in, look at me. There, it zoomed in to me a little bit because that's what happens with EIS. It uses more of the sensor to keep everything straight. I'm gonna fly around. We'll see with the EIS going over my head. Nice and smooth. Can you notice any difference? Whole purpose of being out here is just burning up, just burning up basically the battery, that's it. So I'll leave it on EIS for a bit. I'll take it over, there's a playground over there, and I'll take it over there and film. You notice I've got, oh, you probably can't see it. You notice I got one hand, I'll go to this camera. You notice I got one hand with no glove on because I have to touch the screen, and my capacitive gloves don't work today for some reason. Take it up. This is with EIS on. And there we go. So you can see I already noticed that this thing really needs a calibration. I haven't calibrated it for a long time. My horizon's a little bit tilted. So I can move the camera up and down, which is a neat feature. I'll just move it a little bit, and I can move it from right to left, right there as I'm sitting there, which is a nice feature that I like when you're flying over water because sometimes the horizon is a little wonky. All right, let's bring it back. The horizon will fix itself as you turn, of course. That's normal on all drones. So what that means is it needs a gimbal calibration. Like I said, I haven't used this in so long. Here, I'll bring it back towards me so it flies over my head. There we go. And the other thing to notice about this Swell Pro, if you get it, it's a very noisy drone because it has carbon fiber props, which will chop the hell out of you, so don't get those on you. It's made for a purpose. It's like a search and rescue, land anywhere, fly in any conditions type drone. It's really good for that. Let's bring it back. So I could land in the snow there, but I'm not going to at the moment because it's just going to sink in with those little skinny legs it has on it. Look how skinny the legs are. Right there. I'll bring it over. Very stable drone though. So look at this. I'm just flying right beside me. Nice and stable. Going back. I'm going to turn it. And there we go. I think it has, I don't recall if I have it still set up for orbit mode. I don't really need orbit mode because you can see I'm doing it manually here. I do my own orbits. I don't need a drone to do orbits for me. It's pretty simple when you learn how to fly a drone well. All right, let's fly it over the trees over there, out of the sun. Heading towards the forest. Now, as I'm flying it here, you're supposed to get a range of about 5 kilometers, 3 miles, but I could never get that range. And that's line of sight range too. I never got that. So I think that's in optimal conditions, but I never got a range like that. All right, there we are. Can fly nice and low to the snow. Maybe that's a little too low. Okay, I'll show you what happens if you land in the snow. Let's see, which camera is shooting? So this camera is shooting over here. I'll bring this back a bit. I'll land it right here in this snow. So you'll see the legs are very skinny, and if you land in soft snow, I should just sink right in. For the weight of this drone, it does weigh quite a bit. Bring it down, put it over there a little bit, and down. Blink, see that? I am pretty much in the snow. But as I mentioned, this thing here is totally waterproof, corrosion proof, everything. So even though my camera is all the way down there, we're perfectly fine. Okay, since I have the payload deploy system, I've got a little parachute man here. I just hook him to the bottom, take it up. I can hit the launch, payload release buttons, and it will fall down and blow at the wind all the way over there. So I'll have to take it probably that way. So it blows this way. Oh well, let's try it. So it's best to have 2 people when you do the payload release because I have to open the payload with the remote and put this on, and I only get a few seconds to do it. It's basically like I gotta press 2 buttons and the payload opens, and then I gotta take my glove off, and then that's it, and then it closes. So I gotta be really quick. All right, so I've got a little camera over here. I'll just show you the payload release system. I've got 2 buttons I gotta press. This is it right here. I'm pointing with my finger. Hopefully that camera picks it up. If I press them both, it opens. Let go, and it closes. So it's a matter of doing this with 2 hands. So you go, one hand's open, put the payload in, lock it, and she's in place, and we're all good. All right, let's get out of the snow. Why am I rolling around the snow at my age? All right, so this is gonna fly up, and the wind and everything is gonna cause this to probably go in the prop. So what I do is I take the parachute man here and I pull it away, and then I'll pull it over here, and then I just put some snow on it. Let's see, put a blob of snow on it just to weight it down. I've only got one hand with a glove, so there we go. There we go, that's good. So I'm gonna put record on. EIS is off for this one. I can make this look down the camera. It's gonna be out of focus at first. Might get a lot of snow on it as it's blowing, but here I'll have it look down a bit. Joysticks down and in and straight up. Here we go. Take our little parachute guy up fast because the wind is just blowing it. There we go. Now I'm gonna go way up out of the sun because I can't see squat, and I'm gonna put it over to the side over here. When it launches, it's gonna come wherever the wind is blowing it. You see the direction the wind is blowing it? Oh, it's going that way. That's not good. Okay, let's go farther over this way then. Go way up. All right. Hopefully my GoPro's picking this up. It's way up there. Okay. 2 buttons on here to launch it. And I'm going to go search for it. Here we go. And we're going to launch. There she goes. There's our little parachute man. Going, going, going. Plink into the snow. And we bring our little drone back. Go search for our parachute man. Where did we lose him to? All right, go over here. You can see all the footprints I'm going over. And we'll find our parachute man. This is search and rescue. There we go, parachute man's there. Now would be the time I put a hook on the drone and bring parachute man back up, but that ain't happening. All right, I think I burnt up the batteries enough. Let's bring this on back. Oh, and just in case I didn't show you enough video with no electronic image stabilization, let me do the same thing and fly over to the playground over there. Go way up. And go full blast forward. There we go, bring the camera up a little bit, but there we go. Let me aim at the playground. There you go. Might have the horizon tilt even better when there's no electronic image stabilization because it's not really zooming in as much, so it's pretty good. There we go. Full speed. Now, of course, you have other modes on here like follow me. It's a 1-button follow me, whereas a big button over here it says follow me. If I hit that, it should follow this remote. There's a GPS in this remote. So wherever you take this remote, that's where you can have it land. So if I took off here and walked 5 miles that way, and I have this remote with me, it will land 5 miles that way. It doesn't have to come back to home. So I'll hit follow me. All right, so if I walk with this baby, it should follow me as I walk through the deep snow here. And there it is, it's coming. I'm gonna walk over and get my little man. So the follow me feature is good because it doesn't require optical flow. You can do follow me at night if you want. You don't need any image. It goes backwards, forwards, all the things you would expect in a drone like this. So if you're out on a boat and you have this, you can have it follow your boat to any side that you want. All right, here's my little parachute guy. There we go, parachute guy there. And you can actually move it and readjust it while it's flying. So say I go, I like to follow me, but it's kind of far away. You can bring it closer. There we go. Bring it close and bring it down a bit. There we go. Then you walk. So it should be coming. Walking through the snow as we go back here. Bring it back nice and low this time so it looks cool. Low to the snow. You can see the shadow. Blowing up tons of snow. All right, let's bring it this way. Bring it in as close to the landing pad as possible without killing any of my cameras. And that's about as close as I think I can get it to the landing pad. Let's go down. That's close. There you go. So there's not much more. This was just out to, burn off some battery power and take you along for the ride. Nothing more I can tell you about this that I haven't already mentioned in about 4 or 5 other videos I've made on this product. I'll put the links to all of them below. You can go check it out. This is not an inexpensive drone. It's a rather costly because it's a one-of-a-kind drone. It's pretty much the only one on the market for consumers that does everything it does. So that's why I say, if you want to buy this, make sure you have a purpose for a drone like this. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And I'm going to take this back home and put it away for a little bit. Maybe bring it out again in the summer. Till then, I say bye.